One of the biggest misconceptions in real estate is that the top agents are really, really talented. And the truth is, they're not. Most real estate agents are not struggling because of lack of potential. They are struggling because the lack of consistency, systems, boundaries, and discipline. They are constantly chasing that next lead. You guys, 100% of the real estate agents I talk to who are struggling with consistent income are those who are chasing the next lead source. It is those that are chasing the cold leads or the social media. These are the agents that are struggling that I am talking to. I never ever talk to a real estate agent who has put their everything into their database. I mean, really doing 10 plus with their marketing to their database. They're focusing on relationships. These agents, they're not struggling with income. They are not struggling with the income roller coaster. I mean, they might be struggling with systems and leverage and things like that, but in terms of income, that's not their struggle because they built the foundation to their business, which is their database. That is their database. The majority of agents who are chasing cold business or just aren't maybe doing a great job with their database, these are the ones like struggling with their income. And it's because they're reacting emotionally. They're operating in chaos and there's lack of systems there. Starting over every single month. This was me for over a decade. All of this was me for over a decade. You start over every single day, every single month, every single quarter, every single year, and eventually we burn out. But the agents who build predictable income, freedom, confidence, and long-term success, they master very small things consistently, day after day after day. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So because success in this business is rarely one giant breakthrough, it's just not. But before I dive in, if you will just pause, take literally 2 seconds out of your day, just hit subscribe. Just real quick, hit subscribe. Amazing. Thank you very much. Let's dive in. Okay, let's talk about the agents that are really winning at a high level. It's the small disciplines repeated over and over and over that completely change, obviously, right, our life and our business. So if you've been feeling inconsistent, overwhelmed, frustrated, or stuck, this video is for you. So again, whether you are struggling with inconsistent income, or maybe you're an agent where the income's coming in, you're just lack of like personal freedom is gone. This video is for you. The small things that create big, big results. One thing we focus on heavily in Elite Realtor Academy is systems. I am a big, big believer in systems because it changed my world. Because there will be a time, if you run your business correctly, that leads are not an issue. That is not the problem. Income, that's not the issue. It is, oh my gosh, I have no time for my life, my family, my health, my everything. Yes, is that a good problem to have? It is, but they're both a problem. And so again, I work with agents that are struggling to create the income, and then I work with agents that have the income, but they're struggling to find the systems to actually have freedom of time and actually enjoy their life. And on the other side of that, how do we actually save, invest, and create wealth? So at some point, if we want a choice to retire, we actually have the ability to do that because the odds of you selling your real estate business are probably pretty slim. So let's dive in because systems create predictability. Whether it's systems to create leads or it's systems to manage all the business you have. Either way, we need systems. And predictable business creates freedom, right? Most agents wake up every day just reacting with no plan. And again, I was there. I did it for a decade. They have no plan, no structure, no systems, no consistency. And then they wonder why income feels emotional and unpredictable. So let's talk about the small things that matter most. First, database. Let me remind you, if for some reason you haven't watched previous videos, your database is your business. It is your business. And database does not mean past clients. Yes, our past clients in our database, 100%. Yeah, but that is not all that's in our database. So your database is your business, not your social media followers. Although People that follow you can get put into your database for sure if you know them and they know you. Not cold leads, not random internet strangers. Your relationships are your business. And if you don't have between 500 and 600 people in your database hearing from you consistently, you are constantly rebuilding your business from scratch. Most agents underestimate and they underestimate how many people they actually know. Their past clients, their friends, their family, their cousins, their social media connections, if there truly is a connection there. Parents from school, gym relationships, neighbors, vendors, church, husband, wife, coworkers, kids' parents, kids' friends, kids' connections, college connections, old neighbors, basically everyone that knows who you are, even if you have not talked to them in over a decade. The problem isn't usually lack of opportunity. The problem is lack of consistently staying top of mind because people cannot refer you if they forget that you exist. Next is our daily calls. This is one of the biggest separators in this industry. Daily conversations, whether it's 10 calls or 100 calls. And again, yes, we're intentional. Who are we calling? We're actually calling people that we know. The point is consistent. Most agents operate emotionally. And before I go further, when I say, do you sometimes reach out to someone you don't know? Absolutely. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but being really intentional. Is there, like, if we're looking to build, let's say, like a high value account and we're looking to connect with a builder, why are we not using like a triangle of trust to do that versus just reaching out randomly? So again, most agents operate emotionally. If they feel good, they work. If they don't feel good, they disappear. But successful agents stop negotiating with themselves every day. Also, they have systems, so they really can't drop the ball. Like, for example, like I have my birthday list. It's right here. I have my birthday videos. They're right here. So it's like there's no way I'm not going to do this because these are on my list. I have my list. I know exactly what I need to do for these. So systems also are going to help with this. Agents understand that are winning at a high level that conversations create opportunities and opportunities compound over time. One conversation can lead to a closing. That closing leads to referrals. Those referrals can create momentum for years. But most people quit before consistency has like time to compound. Another thing us as agents underestimate, and I did forever as well, personal touches. Birthday cards, birthday videos, birthday lunches, small gifts, checking in, handwritten notes. In a world where everyone automates everything, like if we seriously have our database on some sort of drip campaign, oh my gosh, guys, we are looking to build relationships, connections, and do we have things automated? Yes. Are we working smart? 1000%. At the same time, it still has to be personal. We're still building those relationships. Real connections stand out more than ever. Do you know how many people are dropped in drip campaigns? People remember how you made them feel. And these little things create emotional connection and loyalty over time. Then there's video. So next we're going to dive into the video side of things. Weekly videos are no longer optional if you want to grow visibly and really to that next level. And here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect. Most people wait until they feel really confident, like, to start. And that's just not necessary. Confidence comes from repetition. Video creates trust at scale. People begin feeling like they know you before they actually even meet you. Or more importantly, maybe they haven't seen you in 5 to 10 years, right? Like, how are they going to feel more connected with you? And consistency matters more than perfection. One authentic video every week is more powerful than like trying to be perfect once every 3 months. Then next we have our like break breads, our getting together with people and really like getting connected with those people, and not just a phone call, not just a text message, but really meeting with those people, getting in front of these people, like coffee, lunch, events, networking. Relationships create referrals. The highest paid agents are often simply the most connected people in the room. Like, let me rephrase that. We wonder why some of the real estate agents that are winning at such a high level, they are no doubt connected in the community really, really well. That's just small steps, getting connected into the community, getting connected, being the connector for everyone, whether it's real estate related. I mean, no matter what, they're reaching out to you because they have questions. So again, the highest paid agents are often simply the most connected people in the room. And finally, our marketing calendar. Most agents operate reactively, right? The top 1% or less operate intentionally. They know what their marketing looks like for the next several months. We do it for the next 12 months. We basically in December know exactly what our marketing looks like for the next 12 months. That means our calendars, that means our calls, that means our videos. We know 100% of what that looks like in December for the previous year. Who are they connecting with daily via phone, via video face-to-face? What events they're attending, what mailings, emails, phone calls they're making. They are very, very intentional, and that really is the difference. This is a business that we're running, and we need to really run it like a business, not like a real estate agent. So before the week even starts, structure reduces stress. Systems reduce inconsistency. Planning creates momentum. This is with any business. So let's talk about, okay, we are winning now. We are making some money. So if you are an agent that's actually, and even if you're not yet, this is really, really important because boundaries and burnout are real. So let's talk about something that almost every agent struggles with, boundaries. For those of you dealing with, I still want to increase my income, but I'm so busy as it is. And you're closing some deals, but you know you're capable of more, but you just don't have the time. Your schedule isn't allowing it, probably because we're not very structured. How many of you feel like emotionally exhausted from this business sometimes? I know I did. You answer every call immediately. You respond to text messages late at night, even though it's not an emergency. You constantly feel on. You feel guilty for resting. Your vacations aren't present. Your soccer games, are you really present? And over time, your business starts controlling your life instead of supporting your life. I am here to tell you it does not have to be that way. I lived that way for a decade, and I lived a different way for a decade. And I'm here to tell you there's a way to do it, but if you don't create it, it will never happen. Never. It's not freedom. That is not freedom. And eventually, burnout starts replacing passion. One of the biggest lies in entrepreneurship is that working yourself into the ground is success. It's not. It's not. And that doesn't mean you don't work hard, but work hard and work smart. Sustainability actually matters because if your business requires you to constantly operate exhausted and emotionally drained, eventually your consistency disappears, and consistency is everything. Boundaries are not selfish. Boundaries protect your energy, your focus, your relationships, and like really your long-term performance, which is what we're all in for. Like that's what we all want, is longevity in the business. And they make you show up excited. Like we want to show up like excited and energized to provide amazing service, which will not happen if you are frustrated, irritated because you keep missing out on being present with your family. Like we have to be able to turn it off. And our business also has to be able to generate without us picking up the phone every day, even though we still are going to pick up the phone every day. But if we're on vacation, our business still needs to be running. You can care deeply about your clients while still protecting your peace. This is what I talk to a lot about with my students right now, is because a lot of them are winning at a really high level, and teaching them about how do we set expectations with our clients, but still have the very best service there is out there. And I'm here to tell you there's a way to do it. And honestly, people respect professionalism with standards. So next, let's dive into asking for business. Let's talk about something that makes almost everybody uncomfortable. And that again is asking for business. Most agents are terrified to ask for referrals because they don't want to feel salesy. But the reality is, if you truly believe you provide value, asking becomes service. So if you're running a database business, or let's say, well, I call my database, once a quarter or twice a year and ask for business, that is not running a database business. And I send them a newsletter once a year. We need to provide way more marketing and value before we're just asking people for business. We have to earn the right. And by obviously the marketing plan and all the things that we do, we earn the right. So that's where we're at. We need to make sure we're asking for business. So sometimes it's as simple as saying something like, gosh, just curious. Anyone in your circle thinking about buying, selling, or investing right now? And then we be quiet and we don't talk and we don't, and we listen to silence and let them talk first. So again, that's really, really important to make sure that we pause after and let them think about it and let them talk first. Silence in sales or in any conversation, truly, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it makes us uncomfortable. Most agents get uncomfortable and keep talking because silence feels a little bit awkward to them. But referrals often live right behind that silence. You have to become comfortable asking. And you are asking here's something really, really important. Hopefully you are asking all your clients that you are currently working with, your listings on deck, your buyers who are out there looking. Remember, this is all that they are thinking about. When you're buying, selling, or investing, you are talking to all your neighbors about it. You're talking to your coworkers about it. There is no better time to ask for business than when you are actually working with them. Gosh, who do you know? I know you're so excited for your move. Who else do you know that's looking to make a move right now? And then be quiet and let them talk first. Again, they are talking to everyone. They're super excited about this in their life right now. It is one of the very best people to ask is the people that you're currently working with. Because the opportunities, again, are usually so much closer than we actually think. Last thing we are going to dive into, because we all need it all the time, is our mindset, right? And so let's just dive into like our mindset, because this is where I think everything really either falls apart or comes together, one or the other. So let me ask you, just in your mind, like, are you someone that struggles with your mindset daily? Or maybe weekly, or maybe it comes up occasionally? Like, are you really capable? Do you really deserve? Can you really make this happen? I mean, all of those things are mindset, right? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing 100% of the time without fail? Well, if you're not, there's something with the mind that's telling you not to do it, or that it's okay if you skip it that day. Almost everybody, including myself, struggles with some sort of mindset on occasion, if not daily, if not hourly. But mindset is not built by watching motivational videos all day. We have to become internally motivated, not just externally. That's why, and again, I have gone to so many motivational. I'm not against them, but at some point you need to become internally driven. Mindset is built through action. A strong why actually does really, really matter. And not only a strong why that we write at the beginning of the year, are we looking at it every day? Is it with our accountability tracker? Like, are we really looking at it and making sure that we know why we're doing what we're doing and where we're going? You need something bigger than comfort and convenience. So what are you building? Who are you building it for? What changes if you actually stay consistent for the next 3, 6 months? Gosh, next year, 5 years? Like, what is your life going to look like? Then there's clarity. Then you see where you're going and why you're doing what you're doing and why it's important never ever to skip. Most people lose motivation because they are unclear. Clear creates direction for us. Direction creates confidence. Another massive confidence builder, doing what you say you're going to do. Every promise you keep to yourself builds self-trust, and every single promise you break weakens it. That's a big deal. So every promise you keep builds you. Every promise you break, it weakens it. So be really, really careful what you commit yourself to, and it matters 100% of the time, because confidence is not something people magically wake up with. Confidence is earned through consistency. And one of the biggest mindset shifts you will ever make is understanding this. You do not become motivated and then take action. And maybe you do, maybe you'll make a call or two, but like long-term motivation, long-term action is not from external motivation. You take action, and action creates motivation. That changes everything. Because most people wait to feel ready, right? I know this has been me. They wait to feel like going to the gym. But successful people act before they feel ready. And eventually discipline becomes their identity. You stop asking, do I feel like making my calls today? And instead, it's simple. It's who you are. This is what you do on Monday. This is what you do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is what you do. This is who you are. You become someone who follows through, someone who shows up, someone who executes consistent, like all the time. And over time, your identity actually changes. The results begin reinforcing your belief. One call, one appointment, one listing, one good week, one good quarter, that becomes years over years over years. Small wins really do matter. Small wins prove to your brain that changes, that it's actually possible. And reflection matters too, right? Most people are so focused on what they haven't achieved that they will never stop long enough to realize how far that they've actually already come. We also need to celebrate along the way, right? We've all heard this, like the destination, like when you get there, you're just going to want to get somewhere else. So we have to enjoy this process. We have to enjoy the journey. And we all know that like reflection creates gratitude. Gratitude creates momentum. Your environment matters so much. What you consume daily matters. Who you surround yourself with matters. Your environment is either strengthening you or weakening you. And that's why with Elite Realtor Academy, there is so much structure and other people accountability around it. It strengthens you to prevent failure. That's what a fitness trainer does. That's what mastermind groups do, the right ones. So it's so important on who, like, what is your environment? Is it built to help you succeed? If we are trying to get to that next level in fitness, does it make sense to have Twinkies in your house? Probably not. So, I mean, it's our surrounding. Like, are we setting ourselves up to win? So what else can you do to get your mindset straight and focused? Journaling, visualization. You have to see the future version like of yourself before you can actually become that person, right? The discipline, the freedom, the peace, the consistency, because eventually you begin acting alignment with the identity you've created. At the end of the day, success in real estate is not because usually about like one massive breakthrough. It's about mastering small disciplines consistently over time. That's with anything great in life, right? A great marriage, a great body. I mean, anything, a great relationship, a great business. It is not overnight. It's just not. It takes small disciplines and a really good roadmap. The agents who win long term are usually not the most talented. They have a very specific proven plan that they follow. They are not the most, they are the most consistent. They build systems, they protect their energy, they stay visible, they ask for business, they follow through, and they continue showing up even if they don't feel like it. That's ultimately what creates a predictable income. That's what creates confidence. It creates freedom. So I want to ask you something. What is one area of your business you know you need to become more consistent at right this minute? Is it your calls? Is it your videos? Is it maybe your plan, the entire plan for your business? Your follow-up, your boundaries, your mindset? Comment below. I would love to hear it. And if this video helped you or resonated in any way, if you would just hit subscribe, because we are building businesses with more predictability, profitability, freedom, and purpose. And if you are a real estate agent who is ready to start earning consistent and more income today, book a call with my team. Let me see if you're a good fit. Here's your next video.